Hello beautiful people, I am about to cook for you lovely people. What am I doing today? I am doing jollof rice with a twist of Ghana and Nigeria. The reason why I say that is because the Ghanaians put ginger in their jollof and it gives it that really nice oomph, va-va-voom. Keep stirring to make sure you've got enough sauce there and that it's not too much sauce, because the rice is partly cooked and the sauce is already cooked. So this is literally just going to steam and it won't take you long once you've done all this. But it's done now. Look at that, guys. And you've got your your bay leaves in there to give it a bit of flavour.
Turn the cooker off before you burn the jollof.
Turn the cooker on before you burn the jollof. Turn the cooker on before you burn the jollof.
Hi friends, my name is Christina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hello beautiful people, my name is Christina, your girl from the UK. Welcome to my channel. If it is your first time or you're just stopping by, welcome to the Christina Snack Factory. In today's episode, we are going to be doing a cooking episode with beef stew and jollof rice. And I am visiting my local East Street market. So I want you to come with me while I go and shop. Come with me. Hello guys, I am here in the market buying some meat because guess what I am going to cook? Your girl is going to cook some jollof rice because you guys were asking me to do some cooking. So I'm coming with some pounded yam and egusi and some efo riro. But for today, I'm just going to cook some jollof rice. I think I'm going to put the Nigerian jollof rice. So Nigerian jollof rice, or maybe the Ghanaian. You know, you always say this saying, who has the best jollof rice? I think everybody's jollof rice is nice, you know, whether it be Nigerian, Ghanaian, Cameroonian, Senegalese, everybody's jollof rice is good. But I'm going to do the Nigerian jollof rice, and a twist, a little bit of Ghanaian as well, because they put ginger in their jollof. So that's what I'll be doing. Stay tuned. Guys, this is also the vegetable I get. This is spinach. This is the fresh spinach I get when I'm cooking egusi, which I'll be doing in the near future. But obviously today, you guys know I'm going to be cooking a jollof rice. And look how fresh the plantain is. Very fresh. Do you remember back in the days, plantain used to be free for £1? Guess what, guys? Now it's free for £2. Cost of living is really costing. Some pepper, and I'm going to get some tomato as well. And some ginger actually as well, because I'm going to put some ginger in the jollof rice. But this is where I get all my stuff, guys. This is East Street Market. Look at how big that avocado is. Oh, wow. Very nice. Oh, yeah. And you got the yam, you got the plantain, you got the sweet potato on deck, you got the puna yam, you got the Ghanaian yam. How many of you cook the yellow yam? I love the yellow yam, but it's expensive. And guys, once upon a time, this fufu here that you see here used to be $1.99. Look how much it is now, $4.99. Can you see how the cost of living is costing? But when you have to eat, guys. So we have no choice. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get some pepper as well. I don't need a lot of it. I like the orange ones as well, so I'm gonna get some orange ones too. I think that should be enough. Then I'm gonna get some tomato. Yeah, I think that should be enough because I've got some tomato at home, so that should be enough. That should be enough. Look at these, guys. Pineapple, okra, some fresh ginger because I want to put that in the jollof to give it a Ghanaian twist. The bag of red peppers, I'll just do that instead. Let's get another pack of tomato and get some onions. It's always good to put a lot of tomatoes. Get some potato, bag of onions as well. Get some onions, and I think I'm going to call it a day. So let's go. Let me pick up a pack of these. I have this for a snack, guys. And I need to get some gluten-free yogurt. I know you guys have all of these in America, gluten-free section. But my daughter has lactose intolerance, so this is what she has, like the gluten-free muesli, the oats, and stuff like that. And then she has these deliciously Ella bars. These are quite nice. Actually, let me pick her up a pack because it's on offer.
Later that day.
Earlier that day.
So this was the rice I cooked earlier. This is a long grain white rice. I'm actually pre-cooking it, and what I do with this is I just pot boil it for maybe like half an hour, so it's half done. You can see it's almost half done. And what I'll do is take this out, wash it again, sift it, and leave it to cool down while I start to cook the sauce for the jollof. Because I am cooking for you today, guys. You can cook this for your husband, for your girlfriend, for your boyfriend, for your wife. Nigerian jollof rice with a twist of Ghanaian. Why do I say Ghanaian? Because I'm putting ginger in it. And you know our beautiful Ghanaian people cook theirs with ginger. I love the taste. So once I finish this, you guys can come and join me, or come and join me in eating this very sweet, tantalizing food. I am washing the rice, and then I'm gonna put it into a bowl to cool down until I do the sauce of the jollof rice. Everybody, I guess, cooks their jollof rice different. You know, it varies. The Liberians cook theirs different. With my mom's country, sometimes they cook all the meat, the chicken, the cow leg, you know, the beef and all that, fry it if they want to, or grill it, put it to one side. Then they cook the rice, and then they cook the actual stew, and then mix all the rice with the mixed veg, everything in it together. The Nigerians and the Ghanaians, I believe, as I was taught that way, cook the rice and the stew separately, and then obviously you put the stew in the rice and you keep stirring it until it simmers and cooks down. I don't think there's any right or wrong way actually in cooking jollof rice. You cook it how you want to cook it. I've got some hot peppers. This is tomato puree anyway, and a lot of the shops in the market sell them, but we use this in Africa to puree the food and make it nice and thick. A bit of water, some black pepper. Because I seasoned it the night before, I don't need to put much seasoning in it. Black pepper, and I use the Himalayan pink salt, just a little bit. You don't need too much. A bit of black pepper. I'm going to use onga, and this is a Ghanaian. Focus now. Oh yeah, focus now for me. Come on, don't do me dirty. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, so this is the onga Maggi, and my friend brings this for me from Ghana. I think they have it here, but when my neighbor goes, she normally brings like a whole box full. So I'm just gonna put 2 in here because I'm also going to use this stock for the stew. This is really nice seasoning. It's crayfish. Another one. Put a little bit of water in here, and I'm going to now boil the meat.
Later that same evening.
Today I am using the R pan, and by the way, this episode on this cooking is not sponsored by Our Pan, but because I love them so much, I said let me come and show them some love. Yes, so I'm going to be using the R pan. You can get this from online. I don't know if it's American based, but it's very functional Very versatile. You can put it in the oven, you can put it on top of the cooker to cook. Many ways to use it. It comes with the spatula. I've got this nice blue. Let's put this down. Oh, I opened it earlier on, and it comes with this as well, so you can like put all your steam or your veg in it, you know, if you want. But it's a really lovely pot. So there you go. Solid, solid, solid. So I'll be using this today. Ain't that lovely, guys? The new nesting steamer basket for dumplings, veggies, and more. It's this here. So that's that. It comes very well packaged, and that's from our place. I'll tell you what it says. The always pan is our answer to a simple question. Why do we need so many pans when one pan could do so much more? In our 10-in-1 pan, so it's a 10-in-1, guys, can you believe it? In our 10-in-1 pan, that's the solution to your home cooking. Pan, pots, and the answer to what's for dinner. Take good care. Always pan needs love too. Spatula plus rest. Oven safe. Pan plus lid. Helper, handle. No spill pour spout. Made with 100% recycled aluminum. Indicator, pan handle, main handle, the spatula plus spatula rest, which is this, my dear people. So when you're cooking, that's the spatula, and you can also put it to rest while you cook. It's a lovely pan, a 10-in-1 pan. They did not sponsor me, they did not sponsor me. It's only because I love them that I'm showing them some love. But yeah, I need to buy one more of these. I had one before and I got it in the pandemic. Guys, I used that potted. I used until the thing said I'm tired. I'm tired. Oh yeah, throw me away. So I got another one. I'm gonna get one more of the bigger pots like this. It's much more deeper one, and that will be it. You don't need many pots, guys. And then I can throw like, I'll keep that one because I do a lot of like big cooks in that one, like for the family for the week. I'm gonna throw that one away. And then guys, I didn't show you, oh my gosh. This is, someone was saying to me the other day, Christina, what is that orange looking pot on your cooker? This, guys, is a tagine. And I bought this from Morocco. You guys know I live for Morocco. And this, guys, oh my gosh. Morocco is famous for their traditional tagine, whether it be lamb, chicken, fish, and they cook individually in these pots to serve people, and it keeps the taste, the organic taste. When I say it's very succulent, very tantalizing, very, very tantalizing in my Nigerian accent. You need to get yourself one of these pots. What are you waiting for? Oh yeah, travel to Morocco. Come with me when I'm going next time. I love traveling, guys, as you know. So this is the tagine I got from Morocco, which I cook many stuff in, and it keeps the flavor, intact. Yes, I'm gonna start the cooking now, guys. I'm gonna fry my plantain in this pot. The meat is actually done now, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, the meat is fine now. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, with the meat, I'm gonna drain it. The water from the meat is what I'm going to be cooking the beef stew with. I'm going to fry the meat. I'm going to fry some plantain, and then let's get cooking. Today in London is a glorious day, as we hardly get sun these days. But today, London is giving sun, so what? I dressed up for you guys. Everything I'm wearing here is Victoria Gems, 82 Granville, Brixton. Go and get all your jewelries. This head tie is from her as well. The belt is by Victoria Gems as well. The dress is what? Pretty Little Thing. Ooh, it's hot, guys. It's hot. And if you're wondering what kind of meat this is goat meat, or should I say goat beef. There we go. And then what I do, the water from this, I use this to cook the stew. It's like a broth. Ooh, I just burnt myself. Ooh, I just burnt myself, guys. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, what am I doing? So this is a broth I'm now going to put to one side, and that's what I'm going to cook the stew with. I'm gonna have to wash all these now. If you're wondering what this is D3, and I get this from my brother. What I'm doing here now is I'm going to fry the plantain. Yeah, so all I'm doing is cutting up the plantain and I'm gonna fry it. If you're from Africa, the Caribbean, you know about plantain. And so many other people, not just African and Caribbean. It's a really lovely fruit. Should I say not fruit, veg. Is it, can you class this as a veg? Correct me down in the comments down below. So you want to put it on some paper tissue so that you drain all the excess oil from it. The most tantalizing plantain that you will ever find. Christina Crowns, Christina Kings, come and chop now. Come and chop. So there we go, guys. I'm going to fry my meat, so stay tuned. Always make sure you take some kitchen towel and place in your bowl so that it soaks up any excess oil. Lawrence, are you watching? Are you paying close attention? Lawrence from New York, Christina King, and all the other kings and queens watching. Yeah, I'm not doing much. I'm just doing a little bit of beef stew. And this, guys, you can cook, like I said, for your loved ones. How to make your husband happy. How to make your wife happy. How to make your fiancé happy. How to make your girlfriend happy. The way to a man's heart is his belly, as they say. The way to a woman's heart is what? Show her some love. Oh yeah, come and be eating with me. Would you like to have some of this? Do you know, back in Nigeria, do you know what we used to do? In Nigeria, we used to have fried meat with what? Gari. You put gari, sugar, and cold ice water. Put it in one pan like this, and oh yeah, come and be chopping. Very nice, very tantalizing. Yes, my people. And I will be throwing that oil away because I don't need to use it anymore. So now what I'm going to do, my people, let me open my tomato, as we call it in the United Kingdom, the Queen's country, tomato. What do you guys call it in the United States? Tomato. Actually, in my mom's country, Liberia, we also call it tomato. Because you know we were colonized by America. So similar pronunciation, similar things like we call cupboards in Liberia closet. In England, we call it, the Queen calls it the cupboard. In America, y'all say the closet. In Liberia, we say, put it in the closet or put it in the closet. Are y'all coming? Y'all coming? Where y'all at? That's Liberian accent for you, pidgin English. In Nigeria, put it in the cupboard, Jare, put it in the cupboard. Oh yeah, hurry up, I don't got time to waste. I don't have time. I've got my tomato puree already ready, and this is for my stew. I've washed all my peppers with my tomatoes, or tomatoes as we call it. And what I'm going to do with this, my dear friends, I'm going to blend. I'm only going to use one Scotch bonnet pepper because I don't want it to be too hot. I don't want it to be too hot. And I'm going to use one plantain. So let me lay that right there. And here we go. And I'm going to blend all this together. So this is for the stew, the beef stew. And I'm also going to use a chopped tin of tomato. Oops, we can't use that anymore. Lawrence, pay keen attention if you're watching. It's because of you that I'm cooking, you know. Well, I'm cooking this early because the next thing I will be cooking for you guys is, so you can go and cook it for your husband. So you can go and cook it for your husband or your wife. I will be doing egusi soup and fufu. I'm meant to be going to meet Fumi. So once I finish cooking this, we've got some business meetings to talk about. Really getting ready for you guys with her brand. I'm also getting my brand ready. So some exciting times coming for 2025. Lots of goodies for you guys. I'm excited. I'm halfway there with my brand, and so it will be launching as well. I will be doing pre-orders, but when that time comes, I will let you beautiful people know. We are ready to start blending. Friends, we are now going to blend together the tomato, the onions, the pepper, and this is for your stew. You don't need much water in here because remember you've got your stock water from your beef. And then we are going to blend. That's all ready to go. Just going to cut this onion. I like to cook my stew with red onions. I think the flavor is very succulent when you use red onions. There's something about using red onions. What I'm going to use now, guys, is this I'll show it to you. It's healthier oil for cooking, natural anti-detoxants, vitamin E, pro vitamin A, omega-3 and 6, red palm fruit and rapeseed oil. So it's not your typical palm oil. This one here is kind of being processed. It's organic, by the way. It's not cheap, but I prefer to use this than the normal palm oil. You want to put your onions in your hot, very hot oil. My tomato puree. We all cook stew differently. In my mom's country, we cook it differently. In Nigeria, we cook it differently. I suppose in Ghana, every country has a way of cooking their beef stew or whatever stew it is you want to cook. I'm also going to put some water in this so that it doesn't go to waste. I'm going to leave that in for about 10 minutes. So this has to be done for 10 minutes. And then what I do, I then pour the tomato, pepper, and onion that I blended in there. There we go. And you give it a nice stir. And then I'm going to put 1 Maggi cube, which is the onga, followed by some black pepper and some salt. You don't need much, less is more, because we don't want to come and be getting high blood pressure here from too much salt. And then that was the one from the tomato. I'm going to cover that, give it a stir and cover it. And I'm just going to leave that to cook. Once it's cooked, then I would then add my, there we go, put that there. I don't know if you can get this in America, but here I get it from Sainsbury's in London. So that's that.
A few moments later.
The stew is stewing, and I'm now going to add the meat, and we're more or less done. Once I've done this, then we're going to start on the jollof rice, and then we can serve the food for you guys to come and sit down and chop belly full with me, as they say in my mom's and dad's country. Come and chop. Let me have a bit of meat. This beef stew is done. I'm just gonna cook the jollof rice now, and then we can all sit down and eat together. So guys, you might be wondering, but Christina, I know you said you're gonna come and do a cooking episode for us, the actual jollof. Yes, I'm about to do jollof rice. Remember we did the beef first. So I am dressing up. Ask me why. Because why not? When you're dressing up to cook, it makes you feel good, guys. Why not? So I will dress very fine for you people and look very scrumptious and delicious while cooking this very nice jollof rice that is going to tantalize our tongues up in this kitchen. What are you saying? Look what I'm wearing. So what I'm wearing here, as you all know, Victoria Gems. Yes, 82 Granville Brixton. This was actually just a neck piece, and I took off this part and I've added it as a hand piece. And look what I've done, guys. Looking very scrumptious, very tantalizing. Yes. Okay, so let's get back to the episode where I start to prepare this jollof rice. And don't you guys come for me, because I know people argue about who has the best jollof rice. I'm doing a Nigerian jollof rice today with a twist of a Ghanaian hint to it, meaning I'm going to put a bit of ginger on it. Ginger me. Yes, I'm going to put a bit of ginger on it. So let's get to the cooking. We did the stew, now we're about to do the jollof. Stay tuned, guys. The jollof is just about to be prepared. I've got my peppers, I've got my tomatoes, I've got my ginger, which is going to give it the Ghanaian twist. And I've got my tomatoes. So we're going to blend all this and blend up. And then I'm going to add the pepper, which is your big sweet bell peppers. And I've got 1 Scotch bonnet in there as well, just to give it a bit of zest. I like having that little bit of pepper in there. And then I'm going to put my onions in there. You need lots of onions, guys, for this jollof rice. Are you watching, my brother? Christina Kings, are you watching? King Richard, this is for you. Like I said to you, when I come to New York, be ready for me for some African flair food. All right, boy? I'm adding some tin tomato, and that's just to get some water within the pepper, tomatoes, and onions. I'm going to shake it, which is going to go to the bottom, and I'm going to get some water. I might not use all that pepper because I've got some water, like I said to you the other day. You know, remember when I was saying the water from the meat, when you boil it, that becomes your stock. You just blend. Kind of open it up to have a look to see if it's all blended out. That's fine. So I like to have some little bits from the tomatoes still flaring around in it. What I'm going to do now, guys, unfortunately, I don't have another blender. So I'm going to pour this into a bowl because I now need to blend the onions and the ginger. And that's going to give it the Ghanaian flair or the Ghanaian twist. We're going to go in and wash. Before they say, Christina, we did not see you wash that thing, or you went to put ginger and onion. Get some water in it. That's it.
Oh, you use the tap water. You should be using it. Nah, that's not that deep.
It's not that deep. I'll say my tap water is okay. It's not going to kill me. It's me eating it, not you. You use filtered water.
That's it, yeah.
Isn't it? And I'm gonna let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once I've done that, I'm gonna add my tomato puree. Once that tomato puree has done, kind of cooked up, and then I'll add the sauce, which was what you saw me do, the pepper, the onions, tomatoes, which I blend, and that will be followed by the ginger and the onions. So this is how I cook mine, guys. Everybody cooks this different. Like I'm saying, I'm doing Nigerian jollof with a twist of the Ghanaian. So yeah, so that's that. And then now I'm going to add my tomato puree. This is the vavavoom. You know that redness of the jollof is this tomato puree that makes it red. And for that I use half of this tin of tomato. I used some earlier on for the beef stew. and this is the remaining half. This gives it the richness and the redness. It's all depending on this tomato right here. Tomato.
Today or tomorrow.
Oh, today or tomorrow. So that's kind of cooked, guys. So what I'm gonna do right now is just add my tomatoes, which I did earlier on, and I'm gonna take it from here. And this is basically the stew of the jollof. So there we go. I'm not going to use all of it. I'll keep that little bit away, and I can use that for something else. So I'll take that and put it in the fridge. So I'm just going to let that boil, and I'm also going to add the ginger water and the onion. That goes in as well. And then I'm now going to put my seasoning, which is the Onka Ghanaian crayfish seasoning. Boom. And then once I put that in, guys, I'll put a little bit of black pepper and salt, and then leave it to simmer. And next time you see me, I'll be adding the actual rice, which I partly cooked earlier on, as you saw earlier on today. Then leave it to simmer, guys, and that will be your jollof. But the next time you see me, it will be me putting the rice in the pot, which will be very soon. And after that, you'll see me serving, and me and Rawle will sit down and eat and enjoy this jollof for you. Next time, come and join us. How about that? So guys, I'm gonna take some bay leaves now. And this is what I'm going to put on top of the rice for it to simmer down. You'll see me use that in a minute. No, you don't need much because it's got like lots of flavor in it. I'm going to give that a little rinse, obviously hygiene. Just a little, even though it says it's being washed on the packet, but I always like to wash it again. Also going to cut up some coriander. This is straight from the market, from the supermarket. I like to buy them fresh. So wash them and chop them up. And this would just be obviously to garnish the rice once it's all done. But I like to prepare it so that I'm not wasting time. Just a little tip, always to forward plan and just prep these things. Sometimes I do this like way before and put them in, like you saw I did the onions, the pepper, the tomato, or the tomato. Always wash your veg, guys, even though it says it's been washed. Always wash it, because you just don't know what can come on there after you've bought them from the supermarket or the shops. And this will come right at the end when the actual rice is all ready to serve up. You'll see what I'll do with this. This is the stew, as you can see, for the jollof rice. It's all done and it's cooked properly. I tasted it previously, and all the tomato in there is well cooked. What does that smell like, Ron? Can you smell it? Can you smell the ginger? Yeah, there you go. So that's the Ghanaian twist. So what I'm now going to do, guys, be very careful. I've got steel hands, so it don't burn me. But don't try this at home. Literally, I'm now going to empty the rice into that pot. This was the rice I pre-cooked earlier on, and I am now going to dish this rice into the pot and then literally just stir. And as you put the rice in the pot, you want to literally keep stirring to make sure you've got enough sauce there and that is not too much sauce, because the rice is partly cooked and the sauce is already cooked. So this is literally just going to steam, and it won't take you long once you've done all this. This is the last part. And once you've done this, you just want to put it on a steam, a low steam, because you don't want your rice to be soft. So can you see the rice? The stew is soaking up the rice. But because it's already half cooked, you don't need it to be long on the cooker. So literally you just want to gauge it to make sure you've got enough sauce, and the sauce will simmer the rice to give it the right texture. It's half cooked, but you can still see I've got sauce under there. So what I'm now going to do is add some more rice, because you don't want the rice to be soggy as well. So you kind of have to measure what you're doing. Because I know what I'm doing, I don't measure it anymore. I know the right amount of sauce to use and the amount of rice to cook, depending on how many people you're cooking for. So this will feed a family of probably 5, 6, 7 So all I'm going to do, guys, I'm stirring this rice, and then I'm going to put it back on the cooker to simmer. And then literally, can you see from the top to the bottom, literally, and you can still see it's got some sauce. That sauce is what will steam the rice for it to finish the cooking. So you can see that in there. Yeah. And then what I'm now going to do, I'm going to get cling film. And literally that steam is going to cook the rice. Literally, you put the cling film on there. And this is now just gonna, the rice is just gonna steam to cook. And then let me make sure, I'm just gonna wipe the underneath of that pot so there's no leftover rice. And that's it. And then literally, that's just gonna steam. The next time you'll see this rice will be going in our bellies. Right, so look at here, look at here, look at here. So this, like I said, just keeps it steamed up. I literally had it on very low. And I've turned it so many times, but it's done now. Look at that, guys. And you got your bar leaf, your bay leaves in there to give it a bit of flavor. I would like you guys to come and join me. Come and join and eat this very, very, very nice jollof rice. Christina's Kitchen. How about we start an episode with Christina's Kitchen, teaching you guys how to cook. Leave the comments in the comment box below and I can do that for you. Jollof, I got you. Eguisi, I got you. Eforiro, I got you. Moroccan food. You see this tagine? I got that from Morocco, and this basically keeps the flavor of the food in. When I say it keeps the flavor of, any of you who have visited Morocco, you will know what I'm talking about. And this is where they cook the individual tagine, whether it's lamb, beef, fish. This is the pot to get, guys, and it's called the tagine. But anyway, back to the jollof. So this is all done now. The cooker is turned off. I'm now gonna dish out this food and we're gonna sit down and eat. How about that? Join me in a minute.
I don't know if you guys already do this, but you've got to sprinkle some salt on the plantain, or plantain, however you want to say it.
That's a new one I learned today from RAWLE, you know. Just a little bit.
Turn the cooker off before you burn the jollof.
Turn the cooker off before you burn the jollof. Turn the cooker on before you burn the jollof.
I tell you, Africans, we're funny, you know. I know you guys always say like Nigerian jollof, Ghanaian jollof. What is this thing about the battles of the best jollof rice? Have you tasted Ghanaian jollof rice or?
I have.
What's the difference? Like, who do you think is the best?
To be honest, I don't think I've had enough of Nigerian jollof to then be able to
compare.
For me,
exactly.
They're both nice. For me, they're both nice.
And I think everybody has their way of cooking it, isn't it? You gonna say the prayer?
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes. So guys, you need to come a bit closer. Come closer so you can really, really, really see what we're eating here. I've kicked it off, RAWLE, with jollof rice. Cook it the Nigerian way, but with a twist of the Ghanaian, and that is just by adding the ginger. That's the only thing that's Ghanaian about this food.
Okay.
Typically, this is how I was taught to cook it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you was taught to cook it, what, even with the ginger add?
No, I was taught by the Ghanaians, like my neighbour's Ghanaian.
Ah, okay.
And she taught me how to cook it their way, but it's completely different. But they add ginger, that's what you get, that aroma and that taste. Yeah, it's a long process, but for them who do it all the time, it's easy for them.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know why, I think I prefer the Ghanaian jollof. Don't come for me, don't come for me, don't come for me, don't come for me. But I think I do prefer the Ghanaian jollof, because the rice they use is small as well and really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So wait, is this not the same rice that Ghanaians use?
no,
is it?
it's not. They use this rice called AAA, like a dragon, yeah, and it's small. It's like basmati, but kind of So it's jasmine rice, basically.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Jasmine.
Okay,
so
fair.
yeah, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yes.
Okay, cool.
So I need you to go first hand and let me know the verdict of what you think.
Yeah, I'll take on the rice, the jollof. Let me see the jollof. Maybe I overloaded the plate. Look how it's falling from the back.
You got your tissue there as well.
It's
What
good.
do you think? Good? So, from the man himself, he said it's good. And you can taste the hint of ginger?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, I think I've done what I aimed to do, guys. So, Lawrence, I know you specifically said to me, Christina, I want to see you cook. Now that you've seen me cook this rice, jollof rice, like I said, when I come to New York, I'm gonna go to Lawrence and he's gonna cook for me. He don't know that yet, but if you're watching, you know now.
All right. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good.
If I must say so myself, the jollof is jollofing.
It is. For me, I'm hungry, so I want to just back it.
Come, taste. Come closer. So, Ro, when I called you today, I was thinking, I had a little chat this morning with my therapy, and as I came away from that chat, you know, sometimes you just self-reflect. And would you agree that, I don't know, for a lot of us, I can speak on behalf of myself, we're always rushing to do things, like just rushing. Especially nowadays, like there's never enough time. I don't think 24 hours in a day is enough anymore.
I always say I wish the day had just 2 more extra hours, just 2 more. I think I'll cram everything.
In the 2 hours.
And still sleep decently.
But I was just saying to myself, you know, when I came away from that session, I was saying, I don't want to rush anymore, if that makes sense. I know sometimes you can't help it, but life always just seems to be running. And we're always trying to meet up deadlines, trying to meet people's expectation. But in doing so, I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And then this thing called anxiety kicks in. So I'm saying to myself now, whatever can get done, can get done. And whatever don't get done, I'm not going to kill myself about it. Because obviously some of us are living longer, but then there's others who are not, from just stress, the stress of life. And this anxiety of being anxious, it's like, I don't know about you, but I do suffer from anxiety. I'm aware of it. And I'm now trying to just kind of work on myself where I'm not getting anxious about things. And these things can be the mundane things of life, like, you know, just every day where you have to get up as a mum, you know, as a wife maybe. And, you know, I would like to hear your take or your thoughts on what we're talking about when it comes to the subject anxiety, because I think just life in itself, we're always just rushing. And when you compare it to like my family and friends that come from Africa, they always say, why are you people always looking at the time? Why are you always looking at the time? Where are you running to? Where are you actually running to? But I think, I don't know if it's the countries that we live in, and for you, those of you who are in the States or other westernized country, you can leave your comments down below. I don't want to do that anymore, because it does actually make you ill. And then when you go back to, like, when you visit other countries, like for Morocco, for example, I love Morocco, Africa. You see how these people are just taking their time. And it's not that they haven't got things to do, but their way of living is not fast-paced like we do over here.
Nah, no way.
And, okay, let me ask you, do you think you have anxiety, or do you think you have anxiety?
But for me, I only, because this is all, that stuff's new to me. Like,
really?
So yeah, like, I didn't really know all that stuff before. But
so when did you become aware of this thing called anxiety?
That only becoming aware of that is only because going through it, having a loss, experiencing a loss,
and that's your fiance.
Yeah. So then, like, and then the next day, I saw like 140 something messages. So, and already there was already a lot on the chest. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah. I'll have to come back and deal with that another time.
Another time.
Eventually I did. I replied to everybody.
Wow.
Like, I replied to everybody. Like, I just did bit by bit. But yeah, so now in this day and age, when I start to see, if I'm just getting bogged down with messages, and I'm a person that I do a lot of things that I'm a person who I'm able to do or get done stuff that people want done that they can't do themselves.
Yeah, so they obviously gravitate towards you to do these things.
Yeah, RAWLE, can you do this? Can I come record? Can I do this? Can you do this? Can you shoot this for me?
So this is the man that's responsible for all the videos that you guys are liking and saying, you know, we like whoever's editing your video. This is the man, the brand owner of Artistic.
Yeah. And
the colouring book of, I keep forgetting the name.
Many Colours.
Many Colours from Amazon, guys. Check that out.
So
in the link down below.
Yeah, try to make a lot more colouring books.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm always a person that's I get quite demanding of. And that in itself, so I was like, oh, when I see that I'm getting, can you do this, and I'm getting numerous messages, I kind of just want to unplug. Do you know what I mean? I don't really care. Like, I'll come back to this later. Of course, there's certain things I do care for.
Yeah.
But if it's not my immediate people, and it's just people that are not my immediate, then it's like, oh, I'll come back around. Even if it's like work stuff, half the time. So,
but then you recognise that was something that wasn't happening to you before your fiance passed away. So, guys, obviously we haven't really spoken about this, and maybe in another time it might be addressed. But RAWLE lost his fiance in, was it 2020?
Yeah, basically.
Just before we hit the pandemic.
Yeah. February the 21st.
Wow. So how many years is it now? This is
4
years? Is it 4 years? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, 4 years already.
Yeah.
So sadly, he went from planning a wedding to planning a funeral, and then, like he's saying, he believes the anxiety started from when he started to get all these messages from people.
That was the first time
you experienced.
I mean, obviously, you would, if you know things are in a dire situation, certain feelings and stuff are going to be there, but for when it became something that's noticeable out of
the ordinary, would you say?
Yeah, out of an ordinary day, and then boom, this happens. Oh, I'm feeling this way.
Yeah.
That was the first time when it struck me. Because of that.
And I don't think people realise that anxiety can come in all forms. Like sometimes you feel tightness in the chest. Sometimes you feel on edge, where you just feel on edge all the time. Sometimes you feel like you always have to be rushing. Like I said, we're always, I think, just the way of life, the life we live in society nowadays, especially in England, where I can only speak for England because we live in England. We're always rushing to meet a deadline, and I personally, I don't want to do that anymore. You know, I don't want to do it. So like I said to you today, whatever we can get done today, RAWLE, we can get it done, and we'll move on to another day. But because if you keep going like that, guys, it's like, what happens? You're making yourself ill. And obviously the Bible talks about anxiety and how we can help ourselves when it comes down to how we can manage ourselves. But do we take on that advice that we've been given through the scriptures? Sometimes I think we do, and sometimes we don't. And that choice is up to you. You know, but I think lately how I've been feeling, I just think if I can just not give myself so much pressure of expectations of people, and just do what you can. And the same thing for you guys out there, is do what you can. You know, you don't have to, if you need 10 things doing, or you've got 10 things, like if I have 10 things on my list, I want to get 1 to 10 done. Now I'm saying, if I can get 4 done, I get 4 done and leave the rest.
And literally leave the rest, like, and do something else, have time
for yourself.
Own time. Because if tomorrow's there, then it's not running away.
It's not.
If it can be done tomorrow, then let it be done tomorrow. It's not running away. And even with what you're saying, I was talking to a young lady. And she was Nigerian. She's new to the country. Right. And she was, sorry guys, if I have my elbow on the table and that. Comfortability, I've got long arms, long limbs. But anyway, we do better. Anyway, so I was talking to her.
This food is nice.
It is nice. It's nice. It's good.
Nice, sorry.
It's good. I'm just going slow because you guys are here now. Like
the jollof is banging. Oh my gosh.
So like, what happened?
Very tantalizing.
I asked her. I said, "How are you finding it? The transition from Nigeria where you were to now living in England, and she's one sibling of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them,
Right.
5 or 6 of them, I think. And she said that what she's found herself doing now is when she's sitting down doing nothing, she feels like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. I shouldn't be sitting down doing nothing.
And that's since she's come into this country.
Yeah. So
Wow.
before she said, back home, I'll just relax, chill, take my time. There was like paradise for her. That's what she said.
Is that what she said?
She said now that she's come here and she's even got a job. But even when she's finished work, and she said her only peace is like the bed, just to lay
When
on the
she's
bed.
sleeping?
No, just to lie, just being able to lay on her bed. That's doing nothing. That's just a form of peace.
Wow.
But she said if I'm doing that and there's still time in the day, I feel like I shouldn't. Just because how the world around here in London is, people's
Your
doing this.
environment does affect you.
Yeah.
So the environment in which you live in does affect you.
Yeah.
Is it nurture? There's this thing about
Nurture,
nurture.
nature,
Thank
yeah.
you. So imagine like now she was in Nigeria. Everything is at a slower pace. And not to say things are not.
Yeah.
And then you come here, you just see everybody like they're on roller skates. Literally. No, true. When I used to work back in the days at my old company.
Yeah.
I'll come out and look at my watch and I've done 25,000 steps.
Yeah.
Just within the workplace, obviously being a visual merchandiser.
Yeah, that's true.
You're running around the shop floor, you're running around 25,000. So I understand where she's coming from and she's only just getting here.
Yeah.
And it's like a big transition, but we're used to it here. But that shouldn't be the way of life is what I'm saying. We need to, we need to unlearn that behavior. And it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done, but I think how I've been feeling of lately is not a feeling that I like.
Okay.
And so, like I said, after my therapy session this morning, because that was one of the subjects we spoke about, and then obviously we had a deadline today, as we know, and then I called you to say, text you to say, it's going to have to be this time.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought to myself, you know what? I don't want to be rushing anymore, guys. How about you? Let me know. Like, we're always rushing to do things. Like, why? Life shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
And sometimes I find myself being upset with myself because I'm thinking, right, I haven't finished this, I haven't finished that. If I haven't finished it, am I going to die? No.
No, it'll still be there tomorrow.
Will it not be there tomorrow?
And you know what, yeah? Just jumping even forward to a deeper extremity, yeah? I remember, because my mum, she's retired now. She used to work for Transport of London.
Yeah.
So bus driver. Ride the big
I'm
red
full
buses.
now,
Yeah.
Guys, obviously you know what my stomach does. I've had 3-4 spoons.
Yeah.
And I'm full, that's all I can take.
Take your time.
Well,
man,
you can keep going.
Yeah, I can keep going, don't worry.
And we got dessert as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I look forward to that. But so back to what I was saying, she used to work for buses, Transport of London, TfL, the big red buses.
Yeah.
And she said when she realized something. She said one worker had just suddenly, he just passed away. He just died. And she said, come next week or within a couple of days, there was someone else new driving his bus.
Because we're all numbers.
Yeah.
And we're all replaceable. And I knew that from work, and I say this to people that I know, if you're not feeling well at work, I think we feel guilty sometimes for ringing in, even not being well. If anything happens to you and you drop down, like yesterday, you're being replaced. Why? Because we're all numbers.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show we need to look after ourselves. We need to self-care. And as I said in the last video, whether it be going to the spa, whether it be, sitting in a sauna, whether it be, what's the other one, the heat room, I've forgotten what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about.
Even just going for walks.
Yeah, just going for walks.
So if you're not able to afford all that stuff, just go for a walk. It's good
and
for
that's
the mind.
self-care. I'm really, really, because I just find myself wow, I'm 52 now, going on 53, and I've still got a long way to go, and I know I don't want to obviously die, but I'm saying if I carry on like how I'm carrying on, just go. Obviously then with my health issues that I experience on a daily basis, I pace myself as much as I can, but life still goes on, especially when you're a mother. But I just thought to myself, I don't want to do, it was only today where I thought, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to keep rushing. If I can't do anything, I will tell you that, as much as I would like to do it, can we push it to so-and-so date? You know, because or else you would just find yourself like being burnt out. You know, I don't know if any of you have suffered burnout. It's not a nice thing.
No, it's not.
It's not, is it? So yeah, guys, so I just, you know, while we're just sitting here enjoying this food, I think that's just a topic that I just wanted to bring to you guys' attention and let me know your thoughts about anxiety. Do any one of you suffer from anxiety? And it's normal to be anxious.
Yeah,
it's normal.
It's
you know,
it's a human thing.
It's a human thing, but to a certain extent, not to the point where it's making you ill or you find like you're shaking and your chest is feeling tight and you're, you know, sometimes you don't even want to come out of your house. That's anxiety for you.
Yeah, and also I would even say like, try not to, because again with what I was talking about with the young lady.
Yeah.
She says as well that while I'm sitting here and everyone else is doing in the world, they're all doing stuff. They're chasing this, they're trying to do that, they're aspiring to do this, do that, do that. But like, just watch yourself. Don't watch other people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't watch other people.
Because they will stumble you. And then again...
And that would, your mental as well.
Yeah.
You think, I meant to be doing what she's doing. That's just their life. Like, that's their thing.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? So,
and I think social media has people where they're comparing their lives.
Definitely.
And I think that's the thing I've always said I don't want to do. Like we're all living within a different speed limit. You know, like how you go 20 miles per hour, you go 30 miles per hour, you go 40, so you build your speed. If that car ahead is doing 40, why are you trying to speed to catch up to 40? Stay in your 20.
When your car only does 25 max.
Thank you. Why are you trying to speed to 45, 50?
You're trying to do that of your 1.4 engine and you're trying to do a 2.2 engine.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and I say that to say, you know, like what Raw just said, is just look at what you can do. And you don't need to compare yourself to anybody. And I think if you stick within that rule of not comparing yourself, because I've seen people, even with on, you know, this social media platform, they come off because of what they see other people doing and they think less of themselves. No, behind closed doors, we're all dealing with things, guys. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
You know, it's the real world we're living in, and sometimes I think people forget that. So don't feel bad about where you are in life as well. You know, I think most times we look at what we haven't done as to compare to what we have done. But if you really sit down and look at what you have achieved in life, like give yourself a pat on the back and tell yourself, well done you, because you have done enormously well, but you don't see it.
Yeah,
you know, isn't it? You know, we always think about, oh, I'm maybe this age and I should be here, I should have a house, or I should, this job that I'm doing is not good enough. Every job is good enough.
And you know what, just even with you saying that, I guess me, I'm a type of guy where it's like, I do and make a lot of things anyway, but because it took long to get it published, I guess making a book, especially from scratch, I've done every page, like, and there's about what?
How long did it take you to do that colouring book, by the way?
It took, there's like 87, I think there's about 87 pages.
Okay.
And about 40 something illustrations. It took, let's just say it took about to get everything, because it took about 3 solid months. I went hard and I was doing it every day. Yeah. Okay. I was doing it every day. Yeah, but then I was making tweaks along the year. Yeah, tweaks needed to get made along the year, but that's because I was like every day, boom, I was giving it my all. Yeah. So and I started that early last year. Right. And I only this year, so it's been a year and a bit. That to get it fully published, I had hiccups along the way. Yeah. But back to what you were saying though. When I tell people, I got a book, they're like, oh wow, that's big, and I'm like, oh yeah. So when I look back, I'm like, yeah, I've made a book. Like,
there you go. That's a big thing.
That's an accomplishment. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
and you should be proud of yourself for that role, because I'm proud of you. Like,
everything from scratch.
He does a lot, you know, and he does a lot for other people as well. Like, when I say a lot, he does a lot behind the scenes. Like, even with the videos that he does for me, like you guys see that it's the quality of the video and the editing is all him, but he likes his things to be like perfect.
To what it can be, yeah.
Yeah, to what it can be. So obviously, hopefully, he'll start to teach me in the near future. So guys, do not come for me when you see the video doing one kind. this video is not doing something like what it normally does. It's because it's me that's edited it. So just bear with me.
Give her a chance to let her wings.
Give me a chance. Exactly. But I really want to like just learn the basis of editing, and then I know you guys are saying, Christina, we want 1, we want 2, we want 3. Guys, hold on, give me a chance. I'm just, you know, like I said, you know, baby steps, once a week. As we get into it and circumstances change, then, you know, 2, maybe 3 in the near future. But for now, like I said, leave your comments down below. Whatever you want, I will eventually get to it. So hopefully we're going to do the suiting episode in the near future.
Yeah.
We've got a Marrakesh vlog coming out. Things you can do while in Marrakesh. That's coming in the near future. So we're not giving you no timeline, but all that's in the making.
Yeah.
You know, things you can do while in Marrakesh, like touring. It's a beautiful place.
Very.
Yeah. You liked it, didn't you?
Yeah. First time, it was great.
Yeah.
And I love the quad biking stuff.
Oh, yeah.
On the desert. Oh.
I see at the finish line.
So I'm going back with my friend in the near future. She wants to do that quad biking. So
Just please bring back the soap, that one.
oh yeah, I will bring that back for you.
Yeah,
so,
there's a certain soap out there that it smelled so good, so I loved it.
If you had known, I bet you would have got more of that.
I know, I was thinking I should have, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So yeah, guys. So just whatever you want, whatever topics you want me to talk about, just let me know in the comments down below, and eventually I will get. You know, I do get to it. It might take a bit of time, but I've got it all in my head. And I'm going to start writing the topics down now. So we've got hair episode coming up. We got the update on the eyebrows, World Beauty, that's coming up in the near future, because they like Christina. They want the skin tags on Zach's face. They want an update on that. So I've got all that coming for you beautiful people. Just thought we share, you know, thoughts in my mind today, and I just wanted to kind of speak out loud on just touching the little subjects of anxiety while cooking this beautiful jollof for you beautiful people. So don't forget to watch this video. Tell all your friends and family to watch the video. Don't forget to click on the notification button. Don't forget to subscribe to your girl's channel, because all of them are watching, but all of them are not subscribed.
Come on, man.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe.
Come on.
We need you now.
We need you now. Come on. Yeah, so, but thank you guys for all your love and support. Thank you for all the love and support you show for the main man here, because I see your comments and sometimes I send them to him.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, he really appreciates
whatever little bits I get.
Yeah, you know, so we appreciate you guys.
Or that you like the video.
Yeah. So thank you to Christina Crowns, Christina Kings. Oh, and by the way, he's got a king and queen t-shirt in look in his shop. You know, like I said, www.artistic.co.uk. .uk.
Yeah.
What colours do they come in? Is that plum?
There's it's a burgundy actually.
Okay, so
burgundy, purple, and then black for both of them. But it's lovely for couples.
You know, husband and wives, couples.
He's your queen. She's his king. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll put it up on the screen so you can see what it is.
Exactly. So it will be somewhere up there or somewhere on that side.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. So thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the cooking, Christina's kitchen. What? Look, the plate is finished.
Yeah.
It's finished. Guys, no, I don't know if you can see this. I have to show you. Look at plate.
Hey, by the yeah.
Look at the plate. It's empty.
Thank you.
So that's just the village. On to the dessert. Should I show it to them? But it's alright if they don't watch us eating it.
Yeah, they can see it.
Stay there.
You're missed out too. You missed out now. But you missed her, you're lucky. When she comes and brings you your portion now,
there you go.
You'll enjoy it. Eat this, that, have a hot drink, and it's bedtime. And I'm gone. Hot drink soothes you, I'm finished.
It really does. What do you like? Chocolate? Hot chocolate?
Right now I'm drinking a lot of tea because it's got, if I put no sugar in it, then I feel like that's the one that's the least sugary.
Okay.
But I also drink a drink called Barley Cup. In America, I first tried it in America.
Oh really?
And in America it's called Postum. So
what
I don't
is
know. It's non-caffeinated drink.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's like in the middle of hot chocolate and coffee at the same time, a little bit. But it's non-caffeinated, so it helps to relax you.
Okay.
Yeah, but in America it's called postum. My auntie showed it to us.
Postum?
But, yeah, postum.
I'll have to try that, you know.
But now when we're here, it's called barley cup, and you get it from Holland and Barrett, so I just put it up on the screen.
Okay then, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's
but
nice.
you'll put that up there for them to...
Yeah. And even that, I use evaporated milk, so as well as normal milk.
Yeah.
Bit of evaporated.
That sounds nice.
Perfect. All my friends, they all tell you, and they all say, oh yeah, when I used to wake up in the mornings after sleeping at Rawle's house, he'll just be there with a barley cup waiting for me. Once I wake up first, so here's your barley cup.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
so
man.
yes guys, we got our dessert here. So this is natural yogurt.
Yeah.
And it's called fudge yogurt, 0%. And we got some fruits in it. We got strawberries, we got grapes, and we got blueberries with a sprinkle of granola. So there you go. Whoops.
Don't let the grapes drop out now.
Exactly. So we're gonna love and leave you guys so we can eat our dessert and see you on the next episode. Until next time, what do I always say? Don't forget to be your own kind of beautiful, and don't let anybody dull your shine.
That's it.
Bye.
Take care.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button below so each time I post a video you can be notified. Enjoy!